agreement. And I don't feel, one, I don't know that that's accurate. In fact, evidently I believe differently than you do. But I don't know that we want to address this outside of the public realm because, quite frankly, I think the town of Brantford needs to know whether the town is reneging on a deal or not. And I don't necessarily feel comfortable doing that behind closed doors because it leaves the public question out there. And so I think, quite frankly, people, deserve and expect an answer on the question which was thrown out there a month or so ago that the town is somehow reneging on a deal. And if that's accurate, well, so be it. But if it's not accurate, well, so be it. And I'd rather have that be a publicly owned fact than a privately held fact, behind closed doors. And so, quite frankly, I look forward to addressing that issue directly because it is. I think that it's not true, but it is a specific allegation that the town has somehow not fulfilled its commitments, and I don't know if that's accurate or good for the town.
Yeah, just some clarity on this. Which parcels are we talking about? Just kind of a quick review here. 573 East Main Street, that is the one that was the big bone of contention. That apparently the farm status has been restored, but for this present year, correct?
As far as I know, we did everything to our agreement, provided they get this 10-something or M-some paper from the state. That's it, that he's supposed to sign, that's all. And give an accurate map of what's tillable and what's not. That's all.
Okay.
It's required about all. So it's a very simple.
All right, so are you saying that if those papers are submitted, then the farm status is restored for 2009, 10, and 11?
That's what we agreed to do. Right?
Yes, that was what the agreement was, and I understood from the bits and pieces that there were a couple of documents missing. Okay. I don't see that is necessarily an issue for the Board of Selectmen to do at a meeting, whether it's an executive session or in public session. I think that more strongly just suggests a sit-down, get the papers filled out to the satisfactory of the assessor, and be done with it as far as that parcel is concerned. I don't see it being any more complicated than that. Am I correct?
I didn't ask for this meeting, but the fact is we're going to have it, and it's going to be done, and we're going to be done because what's happened is there seems to be an awful lot of confusion out there. So we'll just clear it up once and for all. I don't see the problem.
If what I'm understanding is correct, you'll be sitting there in the public with the town attorney, the attorney for the Cooke family, the assessor, and talking about documents, swapping back and forth, filling out forms, finishing a map. Is that the material for a public meeting?
No, I doubt if we're going to be filling out any papers or accepting any papers of this. You're going to get it cleared up what the situation is.
But I think you can do it all in one sit-down. I really do.
Right. So we're going to do it this way, John. Everybody asked for it, now you get it.
Seems like a very awkward way to be doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
Bill Horn, just following up on Mr. Opie's comment. I had understood that the recommendation was that this conference be held in the presence of all three selectmen. And my understanding is that if all three selectmen or even a quorum of the selectmen are present at some event, it has to be noticed as a public meeting of the Board of Selectmen. So if that's the case, you either have to do it in public or you have to go into executive session, and I'll leave it up to the experts in FOI as to whether it's appropriate to go into executive session or not. Other attorneys have told me it's not.
I just want to add, though, if you recall, probably the meeting before, maybe even 2 meetings prior to the last meeting, I had suggested it didn't have to occur at a meeting. And I think Mr. Opie suggested it as well. Get everyone in the room. It didn't have to be with the Board of Selectmen. I think Mr. Opie addressed his comment to the first selectman. I agreed with it, said the same thing. That hasn't happened. So last meeting, I said, if it has to happen, just to get this meeting to take place, and that's what, every 2 weeks, we hear that over and over, that these things aren't occurring. And, you know, you look at the dates that these are spanning over, it's like weeks are going by, and it's months, actually, before there's response back from the town saying require this, you know, they want this. So let's just get this settled. I mean, it's, you know, this shouldn't be an issue with the first selectman and Mr. Cooke. All right? That's not what this is about, and that's not what I'm talking about this board or individuals stepping up and making sure that we're elected officials and we're looking out for the interests of the town and get this settled. It's costing us an extreme amount of money. So whether it happens in a meeting, an executive session, or with the first selectman or president, or just the second, I don't care, as long as this meeting takes place. That's all I and others have been asking for months now.
Okay. April 4th. Is there anything else?